Come here. Come. My handsome. Do you guys want to see this handsome thing? Come here, my love. But she's literally my freaking soulmate. Like, my heart beats for you. The only reason why I'm alive is because of you. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria. If you're new here, welcome. Today I am doing my first ever TBR for 2025 and it's April. What? It's literally April. I like to divide my year into quarters, all right, 3 months each, and math. So I like to do that. And the first 3 months I feel are a warm up for the year. Are like okay, are my intentions for real? Am I really gonna be doing this? For whatever goal it is that you're trying to do in your life? And I feel that my first 3 months of the year were fully a test. And I feel they were fully a test for a lot of us. With that being said, I have been reading, and I'll actually, before I get started with my TBR, I will show you what I've been reading. So let me go to my Goodreads real quick. The books that I've read this year have been, let's see. So I read The Snowball Effect. A lot of these are going to be sapphic books. Obviously, you guys know that if you've watched other videos of mine. So I've read The Snowball Effect by Haley Cass. I also read The Next Chapter and on the same page. So it was a novella from it's The Next Chapters. I don't know. It's a novella from a book that I read last summer. I also read The Things We Leave Unfinished. And then I've also read The Winter in Paradise, which is the first one for Eileen Hilderbrand. But yeah, so those are the books I've read. I just haven't talked to you guys about it. But I want to be a little more intentional with what I'm reading in the sense of I want to set a goal for myself and actually meet it. So yeah, I don't know. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. So today I'm gonna show you my TBR for April, which might be a little too much just because I'm barely reading 2 books a month, but it's good to have them. Now, a couple of years ago, I was loving to do these, and then sometimes I wouldn't finish them. Some books might be the ones from then. Some might not. I really don't know. Let's just ignore it and start fresh because it's April 2nd, to be exact. One of the books that I read, right, was, so I went to Goodwill. There's the little Goodwills, and I went to one, and I found the Winter in Paradise book for $1.99, which I did bring over here, right? I think it was $1.99. Anyway, so I got this book, and I remember they had the part 2 because I think it's a 3-part series. And pretty much this is a girl. I'm gonna read what it says in the back. Irene still shares her life with her 2 sons and a husband who adores her to skywriting sentimental extremes. But as she rings in the new year, one cold and snowy night, everything she thought she knew falls to pieces with a single phone call. Her beloved husband, away on business, has been killed in a plane crash. That's literally the first page. So it's fine. It's not like I'm giving you the plot. But she then has to figure out all of the situation to a life that he had, whatever. So that's all this book. I went back because I didn't buy the second book, but then I went back a couple weeks later and I did find it, which is the next book, which is What Happens in Paradise. So it's just a continuation of it. So anyway, I want to read this one. Doesn't really feel like paradise to me, but I don't know. I just thought it was a really fun story in a sense. Obviously, everybody's going through their traumas, their problems, the brothers, herself, the side of something. I was about to give you some information. Continue it with this. I probably read this book in a week, which is a record for me, unless I'm sitting down and reading. I've been able to read a book through in a day, but I don't know, these could be a day books too if you are into reading. Not like me. I like reading. I like the idea of reading. I don't really read. Anyway, another book that I'm actually currently reading right now and I'm hopeful to finish, it's going to be this book. Obviously, it's all stepped down, but the book is called The Love Elixir of a Ghost Sister. It's actually a book of the month from September 2024. This was supposed to be my little fall cozy book and I didn't read it, but now I need to read it and I'm glad I'm reading it. So pretty much I'm I'm just gonna tell you without telling you. So pretty much is this lady, she's about to turn 80. She's going into a retirement home, and the story itself jumps timelines from like now, the present time, or like when she turned, I think it's in the 80s when she turned 80, and then it goes back to when she was in her like late teens, early 20s. So it just keeps going back and forth because she meets people, she encounters people at the nursery, at the encounters people from her past. So then she goes back and forth on those point of views. There are also a couple of point of views, maybe like 2 or 3 that you get from like, you know, whatever. Anyway, it's almost like I feel like I don't know much because I'm barely halfway through, but it feels like it's kind of like rekindling and second chances or whatever, misinformation kind of thing. Yeah, but it makes me really, 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 really sad because obviously things could have happened within those like 60 years of those timeline switches that I'm like, oh, that was a waste of time. But then also, because that's how I feel right now, I feel like I'm just wasting my life. But then you have to think about everything that goes in your, like my life and her life, completely different. But it's like the perspective of, I can't think of it as a waste of time. Life takes you where it needs to take you. And then when that opportunity comes back to you, or if an opportunity comes to you, that is the right timing for you. That's how I like to think about myself. There's no mistakes, there's just learning experiences. Even though if I make a mistake, I literally want to cry. It's important to know that. So I know the right thing to do, I just don't do it. Anyway, I feel like I'm trauma dumping. This is really good. I think you guys should read it. It's taken me I'll tell you right now, almost 2 years, a year and a half. In June, it'll be 2 years to read this book, the second part of it. The first one traumatized me. I hated it. But the only reason why I picked this up, I have the first 3. I had this one already. The reason why I want to put this in my TBR is because at my new job, a bartender was talking about how she's like, you need to read the second one. Like, just push. She was talking to someone else. She was like, push through the first one. It's the worst book. It's going to get better. So it better get better because it's my TBR. And it's a pretty hefty book. And I am a slow reader. So I did redo my Kindle. She's so cute. Okay. It's called Don't You Forget About Me by, is it Mari McFarlane? I forget her name. There's a YouTuber. She's really popular in the book talk and all of the book YouTube and all that stuff. She was talking about this book. So pretty much, she didn't really say much about it, but the girl, she got fired from her Italian restaurant job, which I did. So I was like, oh, I need to read it now. So we're vibing here. We're in the same thing. But anyway, so I want to read that. And then, but that's going to be on my Kindle. And then the last book, again, I told you guys, I'm overdoing it, but I think it's going to be a really good. Remember, Be by Abby Jimenez. So it came out yesterday. Oh, Target finally has it. It came out yesterday. And I've only read that summer book. And it was so good. It was so, so good. I love it. I love spice. Don't get me wrong. Even though, it's fine. Give me some spice. I love it. But something about her writing makes it like it's so about the characters and it's so about their development and it's so about their trauma that when there is some sort of spice, it's not even spice, it's love. If that makes sense. Like it was like a shared moment of love, of like bonding or whatever. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So I'm excited for this book as well. I'm probably going to go buy it later, maybe today, maybe not. Maybe I might finish a book and then go buy it. But anyway, so I do have about 5 books that I want to read. I think it's a little too much, but I will be getting into that. I don't know. You never know. You can surprise yourself. And if not, whatever. The book that I'm not going to read is probably going to be one of these 2. I don't know. We're just going to be reading, and I think it's going to be really fun, and you guys are going to come along with that as well. I just feel like there's so many things that I want to do with this channel, right? I love doing doing vlogs. I love doing reading stuff. I did start on my baking one a couple of months ago, and then I never uploaded anything, so I'm probably going to start uploading on that. I don't know. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of awesome opportunities that are going to be opening, and I could sense them. So that's what we're going to do, and you guys are going to come along with me. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here. That is my TBR. Let's keep it short and sweet. And let me know what your TBR for April is, because I feel that these books are all over the place, and I kind of want to start getting into, like, you know, little springy books, little summer books. I'm excited for my summer reads. Okay, we're manifesting this. We're going to the beach, and we're going to read a full book. That's all I want. That's all I want. Prince, do you want to go to the beach? He's been to the beach before. Let me bring him over here. My little prince. Oh, boop. Oh, boop. Anyway, okay, I'm done.